Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Barbie Dolls of the Week. I want to talk to you this week about some dolls that I have recently deboxed. They they are for different reasons would I debox a doll. I mean it's kind of a tough decision, you know. Obviously I've got a lot of deboxed dolls. These are not the only ones, but some of them. And then I've got quite a few box dolls. So sometimes it's the condition of the box. If it's really poor, I don't mind opening it. Or if I get a duplicate doll of the same, same one, then I will sometimes open the other one, especially if I want to. I mean, that's part of it too. Some dolls I just get because I want to resell them, so obviously I'm not going to open those. But anyway, today I want to show you some dolls that I've deboxed. And we've got some great examples here of different dolls, some from the 80s, some from 90s, etc. So we're going to start with some of these that are a little bit newer. And the first one, let's see what year she's actually from, 1995. So this is the series of Flying Hero dolls, and there's Flying Hero Barbie, Teresa, and Kira. Now I have all three, but I recently found the Teresa doll for a really good price on an online auction, so I went ahead and got her as a duplicate. So therefore I have deboxed her. And right now they have a series out called I think it's Barbie Princess Power, and I don't know a lot about it, but it's obviously some sort of superhero. And this is kind of like, to me, the original superhero Barbie line, or at least that I know of. I don't think there was one before that. But this is from 1995, and it's nice bright colors. I love the yellow. This is my favorite of the looks. I also have the Kira, who has been deboxed prior to now, but the Teresa I had not had deboxed until I got this one. So they look really good together in a way, the blue and the yellow. But one thing that I'm not sure about is this cape on the back. I'd kind of like to see if anybody knows. It seems to me like it should be able to do this and hang so that when her arms are up, it's like that in the back. But there's nothing really to attach the Velcro that's on the ends here to on these sleeve-like things. I mean, you can kind of put it on there, but it's just because you're putting it to something it's not supposed to be attached to anyway. So, if anybody knows something I'm missing on how that's supposed to be, that's fine. I do know from looking at the box that you can take that cape off the doll, and the child can put it on his or her wrist, like this here. And so I understand that, and that's one use for it, but I'm just wondering if there's something I'm missing about attaching it to this part, or if it is just supposed to lay here like that. I mean, it just looks kind of odd just laying there in the three sections, but maybe that is what it's supposed to do. Anyway, I really like this doll. It's got a really pretty face. The rubber band has come loose at the top where the braid was. This Kira one, either I redid it or it hasn't come loose, but this one has. So that's Flying Hero Teresa and Kira. Now another one, I had a Loving You Barbie from 1983, and I got one recently at a local flea market here in town for just $15, which is an excellent price for a vintage 1983 doll in the box. The box was in pretty good shape, actually. Here's what the back looks like. A little bit of issues up here, especially been retaped. I mean, I don't know if this was ever taken out or not, but it was new to me in the box and in very good condition, so I wasn't too worried, especially for that price. But here she is, fresh out of that box, and looking very clean and crisp and lovely. The dress could use a little straightening, I see, but this was always to me a kind of interesting outfit because I love this bright red bodice, and of course it fits so well. And you've got these poofy, shoulder sleeve like deals, and the dress, and yes, it is a little big and poofy, but not too bad. This has never been my favorite outfit, but I do like it for Loving You Barbie. So anyway, she's really got a pretty face, nice lipstick, and she got her, of course, her earrings with the little red accent, and the ring. No necklace, but you know, it's not really needed with this dress so much. It's got little shoes, you can see here, slip-ons. So those are the shoes she's got. And so yeah, she's a really nice 80s doll that I've always liked a lot. Her hair is in good condition, of course, being new. I see a rubber band in there under this part, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. I'm sure it's coming apart, but since it's in there nice, I'm going to leave it and not mess with it. So, Loving You Barbie from 1983. Here she is. Okay, now moving on. I've got, before I forget, I want to show this. I think I showed this once before, but I didn't get any responses. And maybe nobody knows, and that's why, but I want to try once more. Does anyone know what this doll is from, this baby doll? This was in a Barbie trunk that I had bought that had some clothes and old dolls in it. And I sold most of that, but I kept this little baby. I'm just curious if it was really with a Barbie or not. Let me see if I can get it. Let me try the other hand to where you can see it better. So let me know if you know. The shoes are kind of, oh well, they're painted on. I guess I just realized the shoes are painted on, and they've got a little red dot, so I don't know why, but it's even got what looks like a diaperish thing under here. But it's kind of hanging off, and the legs are dangly. You know, it's kind of an interesting looking little baby, but let me know if you know. I'd appreciate it. Next, I want to move on to a Ken that I recently deboxed, and he is Dance Magic Ken. And here's the back of his box. Now his box was not in the best shape at all. Not terrible, but you know, just not great. And I really like the look of this doll. Here he is here. And so I wanted to take him out of the box, and I did, as you see. He's got a great outfit. It's kind of fun, especially for the time period. I think this is 1989. Let me see. Yes, 1989. The one thing I noticed that I really like is not only does his head turn like pretty much normal, but it's really flexible in this regard, you know, being able to turn and kind of tilt. So I thought that was really cool, and I don't know if that's because he's a dancing one that, you know, they wanted to be more flexible. I did notice that on the back, you know, they show him with the jacket, and down here it looks like maybe the jacket is off. I can't quite tell. Here it's definitely off with just the vest. So anyway, I really like this. I didn't get the Barbie. I'm not fond of her pretty face, but the dress and the hair is not something that I like. So I don't have her. One thing also that says here, you can change his hair color with water. So I might have to try that. I don't know. I mean, it looks like it goes from a darker color to just lighter. Here it is. Here's the picture. Almost has a gray look to it, but I think it's just the coloring of the box. Kind of see it there. Okay, so that's Dance Magic Can. And again, here he is. And a nice companion to him is the next doll that I deboxed. And you guys are going to really like this one. Now, this is a doll that seems to be very popular, especially on the internet, with buyers and collectors. And this doll is from 1980. So you're talking 35 years ago. And I got this one. I had to pay a little more than I might usually pay for a doll or want to pay. But sometimes when you want something, you have to pay a little more, and I did this time. And that is Golden Dream Christie. So see, she does look nice with him, I think. They look good together. But anyway, she's a beauty. She's got a two-toned hair going on with the lighter orangey kind of look in the front, or coppery, and in the back the darker. Now one thing is I would like to brush her hair out some more, or get it to lay a little flatter maybe. I don't know if that's the right word, but not quite so poofed up there, because you know it kind of looks bunched up. So if anybody has any good suggestions, I don't want to just brush and lose a bunch of hair. I mean, I guess I could, but I might have to condition it or something to get it. I'm not trying to get rid of the curls, don't get me wrong, but just it's so much on each side here that I'd like it to lay better, and it seems like when I see it online it's usually laying better than that. So any hints I would appreciate, but that's what I would typically do, is wash the hair, condition, put some conditioner in it so that I can brush it out a little better. And then as far as her outfit, you know, this is Golden Dream Christie, like the Golden Dream Barbie that I've had for years, but her outfit's copper, and I think that's kind of cool, but I think it's kind of ironic they call her Golden Dream. I'm not expecting her to call her Copper Dream Christie. But also, speaking of the name Christie, as you know, there were Christies and Kara, you know, earlier than that, as far as the Barbie family. But later they made them all Barbie. You know, like that flying hero Barbie, black or white, it was Barbie, not Christie. And I kind of liked when they had their own identity, but I know a lot of people wanted them all to be Barbies. So that's what ended up happening for the most part with some of the dolls. And anyway, this is a cool outfit with the stripes on this. And you've got that with the necklace and the little ring, which looks like it's trying to come out actually. I pushed back in real quick because I don't want to lose that. And again, a picture of her face, or close-up. This doll reminds me kind of the Mrs. Hart mother that I have back there. The African-American one, obviously. But anyway, the face to me looks very similar. I'm going to have to compare them a little closer. So there's Golden Dream Christie. And one other doll before we close today that I haven't deboxed. Well, I just want to show you I'm considering deboxing because the box is not good shape at all. But this one I got actually from the same auction where I got this doll and the Golden Dream Christie, and that is Jogging Can. Now, I hadn't heard of him, I don't think, but this doll is a European exclusive, and it's from 1981. Now, it says it was made in Hong Kong, but there's also Jogging, Skipper, and Barbie. Now, in the auction, I'm not a Skipper fan, so I can't remember if there was one, but I didn't try for it. I did try at the same time to get the Barbie that went with this, but somebody else won it. But I got this Ken, and you can see he's not just jogging, but he has a number, so maybe he's in a particular race. Number 103, I don't know if there's any significance to that. You know, the writing is all in, well, there is some English on here, but there's several other languages as well. And I have a couple other European exclusive dolls, and that's what I see on those a lot. In fact, in where it says jogging, Barbie, Skipper, Can, it also says, oh, marathon. So I guess that's their version of jogging, which I think this is French. I mean, it sure looks like it to me. I took 4 years of French, so like it says, poupée en, and I'm not, and it's been a long time, so I may not be pronouncing it right. Poupée entièrement articulée. So I know that's articulated, and but anyway, he can obviously bend his knees, and he's got, by the way, a light. I think it's kind of interesting that he has light lavender shorts, unless those have faded, because in the picture they're blue, which would seem a little more normal for the dolls at that time, and the top of his shirt is blue, so it just makes you wonder why his shorts are lavender, unless they did fade, and that's possible because I do see some blue thread in here. So anyway, Jogging Can, and I had never seen that in the US, so again, I don't believe it was sold in the US except like this on eBay or secondhand sellers. And with that, I'm going to close for today, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Barbie Dolls of the Week, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.